More innovation at Oura. That's our Techstination. Joining us is Senior Director of Product, Jason Russell. Hi, Jason.
Hey, Fred, thanks for having me.
Well, great to see you. The Oura Ring keeps getting better and better. Let's start with a little bit of background first. The company was founded in Finland with a new kind of wearable for personal health. Tell us a bit more.
That's exactly right. Health has always been the big focus for us. You know, at the time, the wearable space was nascent, and activity tracking was really kind of the big focus. And holistic health was always the area that we wanted to focus in. And so, sleep was the big first frontier for us there. You know, everybody sleeps. About 10% of us work out, and so we saw an opportunity to serve a need that really spoke more to holistic health, and our form factor was really well suited to that because of it being something comfortable to wear overnight, having a battery that lasts up to a week, and being the most accurate place to take your heart rate from your finger. So yeah, we've been around since 2016 and focusing on health.
And with the Oura Ring Generation 3, there are some new capabilities here. Give us the overview.
That's right. The Oura Ring Generation 3, same great design as Generation 2. So it's lightweight, it's inconspicuous. It kind of, you put it on and forget about it. But a lot of new capabilities packed inside. So in addition to the infrared LEDs, we now have a green LED used for workout heart rate tracking and a red LED used for SpO2, both of which we just recently launched.
What are some of the advantages that Oura has, you feel, over other kinds of wearables? I mean, watches have a lot of capability today too.
Absolutely. The biggest is the form factor. You think of us as calm tech, kind of an emerging space where it's tech that just is there to serve you, but out of the way. I think watches really are another screen in your life and are, vying for your attention. They're buzzing, they're flashing. The ring is something that kind of disappears into the background. And the finger is the most accurate place to read a heart rate. You go to the doctor, they take your pulse on your finger for a reason. And the most effective wearables are the ones you wear. So the fact that you put it on and it's comfortable enough to wear overnight, you wear it 24/7, you don't have to charge it as often. It just allows us to get a lot more data and evaluate, throughout your day and night, what's happening in your body.
Well, I've had a great experience with it, and for some time now. The app is really the magic here. So tell us what people are going to learn using the app on Android or iOS.
Absolutely. Again, our purpose is always about helping you understand your general health and helping you live a healthier life. And that's been built around 3 key scores: readiness, sleep, and activity. So every day you wake up with really rich insights about how you slept, your sleep quality, your deep sleep, your REM sleep, and all of that boiled down into a score, as well as a readiness score, which is telling you how ready you are to start the day. And that's informed both by your sleep and your prior day's activity. So all of that together really helps people get a complete picture of how am I sleeping, how active am I, how recovered am I, and therefore how do I approach today in the best way I can. And that's the foundation, but we've been adding a lot to that in some of our recent launches, and some of the things I just mentioned as well.
So tell us about some of the new things.
Absolutely. Yeah, really exciting times at Oura. We've just in the past couple months launched workout heart rate, SpO2, partner integrations with Strava and natural cycles. Maybe starting with SpO2, I could share a bit about that. That's something we just launched here in the past couple of weeks, and really awesome feature. It's like I mentioned, utilizing that new red LED in the ring. What it means is that it's measuring your breathing regularity and average blood oxygen, which are both just helpful in understanding your sleep quality, but also overall health and wellness. So what you get is an average overnight blood oxygen percentage And then with breathing regularity, we can detect any suspected drops in your blood oxygen overnight and map them on a timeline to actually show you when they're occurring.
And that's important for illness detection, whether it's COVID or something else, I suppose.
Exactly. It can be indicative of changes in altitude or health or breathing regularity. And, obstructive sleep apnea is a really big and important area. It actually affects around 20% of US adults, and something like 90% of those go undiagnosed. So it's also a feature that can alert you to, whether your breathing may be impacting your sleep quality. Again, we're not a medical device diagnosing things, but we can tell you, hey, this is something you might want to check in with a doctor about. So that's one of the important capabilities as well.
You're also tracking temperature, which can be valuable for those health issues, illness, but also for women's health.
Exactly. Yeah, women's health is a huge area for us, one that I think has been underserved in the tech space overall. And again, we are a health company, and this is one of the new frontiers for us, starting with period prediction that we launched with the Gen 3 ring. So unlike traditional ways of doing cycle tracking, where you're relying on a calendar method and manual tracking methods, we're able to utilize 8 world-class temperature sensors in the ring to do that in a much more sophisticated way, which enabled us to actually launch into this natural cycles partnership that I'm super excited about. Would love to share a bit more about that as well.
Sure. Tell us more.
Sure. So Natural Cycles, in 2018, they actually were the first FDA cleared contraceptive app. So making birth control history as a new method of doing birth control. And they've taken that now a step further by integrating the Oura Ring into their app experience. So it's this really innovative, effective, and safe method for tracking your cycle. And we're the first wearable device they've integrated. Natural Cycles is 93% effective with typical use and 98% effective with perfect use. And the traditional way of using it would be, you wake up at a specific time and manually check your temperature and log that. And so with the Oura Ring integration, that's no longer necessary. You can passively track your temperature, and that will be made available to the app automatically. So it's just a much more streamlined way of doing cycle tracking with Natural Cycles.
One of the interesting things we should mention is the ruggedness here, what you had to do to incorporate, first of all, cram all of this technology into a ring, and then make it rugged enough for people to just forget about it and go about their daily business, and you're wearing it all the time.
I'm blown away, honestly. We've got some world-class hardware designers, engineers. It's really something I marvel at, that we put this computer on your finger, and that, like you said, it stands up to everyday use. I pretty much never take mine off, and I'm extremely proud of the product we've been able to create, that, you're not worried about scratching a screen or things like that as well. It's really, you put it on and forget about it. And that means you're wearing it, and we're getting enough data to give you a lot deeper insights than you might see otherwise.
The integration with Strava brings some new, fitness capabilities into the picture. Tell me about that.
Yeah, super exciting. Something our users have been asking for a lot, as Strava users have been as well. And it's a two-way integration. So if you're a Strava user and track your running, cycling, etc. via Strava, and want those activities to be tracked in Oura, they are now. And likewise, if you track a workout in Oura, that information is going to be shared with Strava, along with data around your readiness and activity, which our activity solution is really unique in that sense. And that, again, we have a complete picture of your health, your readiness and recovery, your sleep. And so having your activity data integrated into that overall picture of your readiness and sleep as well is something we can uniquely offer. And now we're offering that to Strava members as well.
With the Oura Ring 3 and the app, there's now a subscription model. So tell us how that works and the reason why it's needed.
Absolutely. Yep. You buy the ring, you do get 6 months for free, and then a $6 charge after that. And it's something we see in the industry is increasingly common as well. And for us, it's really about supporting R&D, and we hear from our users again and again, they want us to push the limits of what the ring is capable of, such as with what we just discussed around natural cycles. We've been doing research in areas such as pregnancy and demonstrated that we in fact have the opportunity to be a solution for identifying when you become pregnant. And there's a lot of additional regulatory steps before we could bring something like that to market, but we're really doing a lot of vanguard research with some of the top institutions in the world. And this gives us an opportunity to invest further into that and bring even more robust capabilities to our members.
Well, that's exciting. Can you tell us any more about what the future may hold for your technology?
Absolutely. I mentioned we talked a lot about women's health. That's an area we're going to continue to invest in, and fertility is a really compelling area that we've done some research in, and I believe have a lot of opportunities to go further in. Yeah, I think you'll see us doing more partnerships with research institutions, just like we did with UCSF when we discovered during the pandemic that the ring could be used to detect illness such as COVID. And we are, again, not a diagnostic device, but we are, I think, sort of like a check engine light in your car, where we can be something that says, hey, something looks off here. You should go, take a closer look. And there's loads more areas in illness detection, I think, that we have opportunities to go into as well, that, as with COVID, may not even be on our radar yet, but we may discover the ring has application for. So, our accuracy is bar none, and I think that positions us to be playing in some really meaningful spaces, all in the service of helping people live healthier lives, again, which is our ultimate mission as a company.
And you were pretty famously used by the NBA during the pandemic, right?
That's exactly right. Yep. Seems like a distant memory now, as hopefully the world is getting a bit back to normal. But when we were watching the NBA in Orlando, in the bubble there, every player was given an Oura Ring, and seen NASCAR and several other sports leagues do the same. And now many other companies as well have actually looked to Oura as a way to monitor their populations for health risk and send people back to the workforce safely.
Tell us a bit about the pricing and availability.
Sure. So the ring starts at $299. There are several colors available, and goes up to $399 for our stealth ring. Available at ouraring.com, and very well worth the price. I think very competitive in terms of the overall cost. When you look at the hardware cost and membership over a little bit longer time span, it compares very favorably to some of the other wearables on the market. And you're ultimately investing in your personal health, which is, really, at the end of the day, the most important kind of wealth we have.
The spelling for people who might be listening is Oura ring.com. Jason Russell, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed it, Fred. Thank you.